But yeah, I felt emotionally connected to The Mandalorian, like in episode 1, and I did not expect to. I was late to the game too. I only saw it earlier this year, right before the start of the quarantine. Mm-hmm. And yes. I was before only in it for Baby Yoda, like most people. And then it got me with the story. And I was like hooked from then on. And then I rewatched episodes because I was like, this is so good. It's a space Western. It's like a spaghetti Western.
Yeah.
You're setting it in space. And
I mean, that part, when it was, when you use that language of it being a Western, set in space. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what this has been this whole time. Yeah. That's why this works. Because I've always wondered what about that genre, and Jon Favreau commented on this in one of the, sort of behind the scenes, talks, but it's like, right. It's not just about the roping. It's not just about the, whatever. It's about this storyline that you're able to connect to, but it's just in this setting that is also so captivating and so adventurous as well. But when you that language was said, this is a Western basically in space, I was like, that feeds so much of like a cultural narrative on so many levels, which I just thought was fascinating. So you're saying, that this work, The Mandalorian, really works because they're not trying to do a whole bunch of stuff. They're working sort of with like a smaller story, but and then expanding from that smaller story, like all these different things around it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're saying.
I think so. And I think, it's maybe not all of the episodes are as captivating as the others, but it works. Yeah. I think there's 8 episodes, right? So It does work because from beginning to end, I feel like every character you're introduced to has changed, which is really successful. And you are either, you're invested, and you see characters change, you see them develop, you see the attachment created. And I don't know, to me, that's a great part of storytelling and filmmaking. And I love that the technology is there, but it takes a back seat to what the story and characters are. Like,
I mean, it's incredible. Mm-hmm. It's incredible, especially, looking at, the space in which they created all those sets in the volume, on this very unique set that looks like a gamer's dream, basically. It's like a gamer's dream, but like in order to, coordinate the camera and those screens to flow with the movement of the camera. And so the background is constantly changing for the actors. And I have a bit of seeing that experience, on screens, for live television shows and for award shows where they're trying to create this very immersive experience, this immersive type of performance, for the audience and to make it, cutting edge. And just in the last few years, you've seen some very interesting things. It doesn't translate well, I think, to a television or a streaming audience because they're just getting sort of just like a third of what is being experienced live. But with The Mandalorian, it's like that technology translates to your personal screen. And, whether you're watching that on a laptop or on a big screen TV, I was kind of in awe.
Yeah. And it envelops you. And I think that's the thing that a lot of some of these bigger movies don't allow is like this breathing room, to like take in a vista because you're like, oh, wow, this is a new world. But you see it for the briefest of moments. Like if you blinked, you missed it. Yeah. And suddenly we're off to the space race or something.
Yeah, exactly.
We're on to it. But I just like the smaller beats. You just take it in because I think, again, I'm going back to the original because it did allow for you to take in, the planets of Tatooine, where Luke Skywalker grew up. And you're like, oh, it's like a wasteland. Who would live here? And just take it in, breathe it in, and then go into, the propelling action. But I really love that they took their time in the environment and then also let the characters breathe in the environment, in the desert and just have it became a second part of the story. So,
oh my gosh. So good.